Hello. Hello again. Hello. It's good to let you know I think about you all the time. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Hello. I have this little turkey TV dinner. Hello, Kim. Well, Bodhi, you have come to the wrong place, but you can still hang out with us. Um, how many people we have? 14 here now? They put so many carrots in this. It's like, oh, nice little turkey dinner. It's just like turkey and then carrots. Just half the tray is just carrots. Carrots are okay, but like, put in something else. I know it took forever for that 2-minute video to upload. It should have taken 2 minutes. And it took like 20 minutes for it to upload. So I had to wait for it to upload so then I could go live. It was like gave people no notice, but whatever. Michael, go to parawire.com. I call them on the phone because they'll answer more questions. Tell them you want to speak to Joanna or Talia. They're really nice. And if anybody's not nice, be like, I'll call back when Joanna and Talia are there. Or Frank. And parawire.com. I don't have the phone number. It's on Google. Put in Parawire phone number. Or you can just order on the website if you don't want to talk to someone. But I would just go to Walmart and get the 3 basic tools. In the craft section of Walmart, there's a little jewelry section in the craft section. And they have like 3 basic tools. They're like teal, pink, and purple. It looks like for kids, but you get the whole set for like $8 or $9. And that's enough to start. That's all you need. You get going, and then when you if you invest more money and more time and you find you're really putting a lot of time into it, then you can spend 50 or $60 on some slightly more durable tools. But I used that set from Walmart for like 8 years. I mean, I bought that same set over and over again every time I had an apprentice or every time something would break. And it kept me going. I literally didn't buy better pliers until some subscribers sent me gifts of better pliers, and then I was like, oh, these are a little bit nicer. But I bought a $20 pair of pliers once, and they weren't any better than the Walmart ones. So if you really want to get better ones, after the Walmart ones, you got to jump up like 30 or 40 or $50 for each tool, and I just didn't want to do that. So anyway, I'm done eating now, so now I can start organizing. I know all the mail is horrible. I had to rush around and find new sources and go to different stores and haggle with them and try to find coupons so I could get more stones for tomorrow's show. I was running so low because Baxter Monkey sent me this huge box, and it's like a week late now, and who knows when it's ever going to get here. So that's what I'm going to be doing right now. I have bags and bags here that I'm going to be going through and just cutting these stones off the strands And unfortunately, I can't show them to you, so that's no fun, right? Maybe I'll give you a little sneak peek here and there, because I want you guys to tune in tomorrow and see them for the first time and be super surprised. But I got some really cool ones I've never seen before. I'll give you one little sneak peek. All right, that's it. That's all you get to see. And it was blurry too. I know, it's terrible. But that was crazy crystally purple one. Anyway, so I have to cut all these off strands and throw them in the garbage. And I don't want to do that. But if I'm hanging out with you guys, I can do. Actually, it's relaxing. It's kind of fun. I'll just do it for a little while. You have that, Julie? So anyway, what else is new? I'm gonna wait till there's like 40 people there, and then then we'll play a game, maybe like a fun game. Here's some other crazy goodness. It's gonna be totally out of focus, but crystally. Ooh. So I found some nice pieces, and they're new. They're nothing like ones I've had before, but we'll see. We shall see. I hope you guys all come. Because I spent more money than I wanted to. I couldn't get as good of deals, but I'm still gonna, you guys will still get the deals, because that's why I appreciate you guys keep coming back. So even if it's not the best deal for me, I still had to get some new stuff for you guys. So I hate when they tie the last little bead onto the end of the... It's not necessary, because they don't do it on all of them. I just hate when they do that. I hate it. It makes it so much harder to get through a strand. And they don't give a crap. They just do that on so many of these. And you know that they don't need to do it, because half of them, they don't do it. And there's no difference. Like these cool earring pairs. They didn't wrap the last one with that fishing line stuff. They didn't have to. They never have to. They just do it sometimes. Oh, I spoke too soon. Look at that. They wrapped the last one. Super irritating. So, but this one isn't too bad. I can get the scissors under there and cut that real easily. It's when it's a little tiny bead that it's like so hard to get it out, and you're like, you just want to throw it out. You're like, no, I can't waste a single bead just because I'm frustrated. So you sit there like trying to get the scissors into this tiny little knot. Da da do do. Oh, Construction Phoenix. Very cool. I like your name. Everywhere. Every art store near me. I even find like little places little holes in the wall that sell stones here and there. As long as I can get a discount, I can tell when people are charging way more than, than I want to pay. I never want to pay full price, because if I pay full price, then I have to turn around and charge you guys full price just to make it worth my while. And then I went through all that trouble, just to pass it off for the same amount, and then neither one of us win. I try to find the craziest deals ever. I do get a military discount in some places. I got annoyed. I went to this new store today and they didn't have military discount. But in any case, you know, I do my best, but there's not too many sales going on this week, and I had to buy a lot of stuff almost full price. I still got some discounts, so that was better, but close to full price is still not fun. So, anyway, la da dee 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 dee. I got more hearts. I got these pretty hearts. They're so cute. Everybody loves hearts. Stone hearts. Different kinds of hearts. Yeah, I got the boxes in. The boxes came, thank goodness. I have all different sizes boxes. Marley's going to be here tomorrow. Everybody loves Marley, so don't miss out. Ceramic vases, good question. I have all this stuff here. It's my own fault now. I want to fix the floor in that other room. So I have to take a day and just cement the cracked areas in the floor, and then I'm going to lay epoxy down, like several layers of epoxy. That's probably going to be a whole day thing. So once I do that, and then I have to assemble the slab roller. I have to put canvas down on the table and, you know, staple gun that in. So there's some stuff I have to do before I can start finishing. Hopefully in the next week. I wanted to have them in time for the holidays, but with the way shipping is right now, it looks like it's just going to be jewelry. If people actually want holiday gifts, I lowered all the prices of the earrings. Beverly's earrings right now are only $7 each, and if you buy a bunch of them, the shipping goes down to almost nothing. So go check out the Etsy right now. Somebody grab all of Beverly's earrings, and some of my earrings and some of my necklaces are up there. Lowered the prices on almost everything. So go up there, get some holiday gifts. If you get them now, you'll still, even with the slow post office, you'll probably get them way before the holidays, so you can give them to your loved ones. Someone mentioned drop shipping. Like, tell me somebody else's address, and we'll ship it to that address, and we'll say it's from you, and then it's like you don't have to go through the trouble of reshipping it if you're trying to send it to someone who lives not in the same house as you, and you're not going to see them in person. We can do that. You just got to put a little note when you make your purchase. Beverly, I haven't even gotten to your box yet. I could show people maybe. I didn't even bring it in from the car because my hands were full, and I spent the whole evening. I took my dad out, and we drove far away to find more stores that sell things, because all the stores in my area I cleaned out last week and the week before. I got this really cool lava stone pieces, like big giant chunks of lava stone, and you could put essential oils in them, so that makes a cool necklace pendant. Oh, good idea, Renee. Gift certificates? Sure, I can do gift certificates. I have to figure out how that works with Etsy. I know it's pretty easy. You just make a code, but Marley will be here tomorrow. I'll get her to work on that, because that's not something that I have time to even look into. Got some really nice tiger's eye pendants drilled straight through. That was kind of cool. These cute little got some more lapis lazuli in a shape I've never seen before. That was kind of cool. Got these right here. Maybe I'll show you tomorrow. Just tease you right now. You can just imagine what they look like. Very beautiful blues, really beautiful. I go back and forth whether I like lapis or sodalite better. At the moment, I actually like sodalite better. It's a lower, rare, it's a less expensive, less rare stone, but I mean, it has just this beautiful marbling. But anyway, these are lapis, really different shape there. I got some of those really deep, rich blues. And I got these gorgeous crystal agates here. And they attached them with jump rings, and flimsy jump rings instead of cords. So I'm twisting all the jump rings off. Well, lava stone is porous, so it absorbs the essential oils like a sponge, and then it can slowly diffuse them all day. As opposed to if you just dab them on your skin, they just kind of evaporate a lot faster. So, I mean, lava stone is it's the porousness. If you have another stone that's just as porous, you probably do the same thing, but I can't think of one. Yeah, taking photos of your jewelry. I said this to people before. Nobody listens to me. A few people do, but if you're taking photos with your smartphone, and most people do, and that's totally fine. Smartphones have some of the best cameras today. In fact, sometimes you get better cameras per dollar from a smartphone than if you buy a high-end camera. That's true up until a point. Once you're crossing the $1,000 mark, then a professional photographer will know how to use a high-end camera better than a smartphone. But up until that point, smartphones take great photos, but they have this light-sensitive feature on them. So everybody wants to put their jewelry on a white background, because why not? That's how they see everything portrayed everywhere. And the camera sees all that white, and it lowers the resolution, or whatever the word is, of the sensitivity to the light, and it turns your piece into a little black shadow. So all the color and vibrancy of your piece gets reduced, and your piece ends up looking like a black shadow with this white background. So I keep telling people, don't put your stuff on a white background if you're using a smartphone. Put your stuff on a black background. Counterintuitive, right? But I could point the camera at the table right now and show you the difference. You always put it on a black background. The only exception is if you have bright white or bright white and silver, then putting on a black background will do the opposite effect. The light intensity will expand so much that your piece will appear to glow and you won't see the details. So for white and silver and very light colors, I put it on either a white background or a very light neutral, like a light wood tone, or a canvas, like something that's very light colored. So white, basically white on white and everything else on black. 6-syllable words. The other thing is, this is another thing people do. This is a gorgeous piece of raw jasper that I got from Barefoot Hippies. Pretend this is a pendant. Everybody likes. Actually, let me get something else that'll work better. Here, I'll use this iridescent seashell. Okay, pretend this is a pendant. Everybody takes the photo like that. No, that's boring. You want your photo to look whimsical and dancing. So you don't take it like that, and you don't take it like that. Take it like that. First of all, it fills up the camera more, because usually your photos are going to come out as a rectangle of some sort. So you take it like that, but also on an angle, it gives the illusion of movement, dance. It's off. It's not grounded. It's not centered. It's off balance. And something off balance, you have the feeling like it's going to move. So it looks better. So you take your pendant like that. Then, if it has a chain or anything, you don't really need to show the chain, but if you want to, pull it back a little and take the chain and take a few minutes and have the chain make a real pretty, elegant, like, design on the tabletop. Don't just have it like blah. Like, have it really like the chain itself is doing a dance. And sometimes chain is weird. You pull on one part and another part moves. You pull on one part and another part moves. And it's hard to get it to look smooth and curvy. take the time, take a pen, take a couple pens, touch the links and slide them around and keep messing with them until you get this really nice curve going on. Another thing, be interesting. Don't always take it straight on, even at an angle, which looks good. Sometimes go down to the tabletop and take it on like a view as if you are a teeny tiny little person walking on the table looking across at it. Especially if you're going to take more than one photo of the same piece. Have one like this, maybe one really close up, and then one like this where you get to see it on an angle. In real life, people don't see jewelry like this when somebody walks by. They see jewelry like this, because it's moving all around. The person is at different angles. So the more you give it a lifelike feel, the more your photos will stand out from other people's. That's about all I can give, because I am not a photographer, and real professional photographers probably have 100 other tips, but use what you got. And if what you got is a smartphone and a little bit of creativity, you can go a lot farther than you realize. Hi, Janet. Yay. I'm trying to get the subscribers up too, so I'm so glad you're here. You can't find them? Okay, just type in put in Paramount Wire. That's their official name. Their URL is parawire.com, but if you put in Paramount, just like the studio, Paramount, Paramount Wire, and you can even put in the word CBC Company. That's their affiliate or whatever. I'm going to get some water. I'll be right back. You see this? I just opened this. It's already down a third. Like a piece of carrot in my tooth. What will you guys give me if I drink this whole thing in the next gulp? Give me some thumbs up. That's what you should do. That's the easiest. Ready? I want to see those thumbs up go up if I can do this. Ready? Here goes. Yay. Hello, UK. Bread pudding to you. No, thumbs up on thumbs up on the video. Oh, that's okay, Renee. Just say thumbs up. All right, there's 50 people here now, 49. So let's do a little game. Everybody comment, and I heard introverts hate this game, so it makes it even more fun because I love messing with introverts. Everybody, no, you want to see how many I can drink before having to go to the bathroom? I'll put down 2 more. You want me to put down 2 more bottles? I'm going to get more water. While I'm doing that, everybody go around the room and tell how long you've been doing art, what kind of art you do, and any other fun fact, like what you want to learn next, what you're hoping to do with your art this year, what you're hoping to do in terms of selling, what you're hoping to get better at. So, like, what kind of art you do, how long you've been doing it, and what your goals are this year for your art, okay? So, those three things, everybody comment now. There's 50 people here, so that'll be fun. And then you can all get to know each other. It's like having an icebreaker in a little circle group, in a little get together. And introverts are like, oh my gosh, I hate this part. And then when it comes down, they're like, hi, my name is Jane, and I have a puppy, and I like ginger ale. Okay, Paul, you go next. The blue piece. What blue piece do I keep showing? Oh, this. This is isn't that gorgeous? It will be available tomorrow. Tomorrow we're going to be auctioning them off. So, that's when you can get one. Maybe I'll put up a little sale on Etsy right now. Maybe I'll sell a couple of these blue pieces. I wasn't planning to sell today, but if people are going to force me and shove money in my face and demand and just twist my arm, I guess I have to. It's brutal. Germany. Wow. You also have a stereotypically German name. How do you say that? Speziges. Okay, you guys keep introducing yourselves, and then then say hi to people that have similar situations as you, and I'm gonna go get more water. Ooh, essential oil bracelets. Well, we have these black lava stones going up tomorrow. That'll make great essential oil pendant necklaces. I didn't know Nature's Nerd was a Brandon. There were so many women on here. I just assume everyone is a woman until they introduce themselves as a non-women. Unless their name is something like Michael or Todd. And then I assume immediately that they're a non-women. Ooh, honey, I just got a whole ceramic studio with kiln. I just got to finish putting it together. Ooh, wind chimes. Abstract is so fun. I want to do more abstract art. Believe it or not, jewelry is not my first love. And it just took off, and it happens to be what I do the most for making a living. But I want to do a lot more abstract art with painting and woodwork, and I want to make my own designer frames that are really unusual, and I need to just set aside the time and do it. Every day there's so many things demanding my time. The day gets away from me before I do the things that I'm really excited to do. And I tell people don't do that. And I tell people don't do it because I have to tell myself not to do it as much as you guys. Oh, if you could see this strand right now, you guys would be like, oh, I want that. I can't wait till tomorrow. I want it. Here's just one of the pieces. Just a little sneak peek. Very crystally. Crocheting. Oh, now I'm way behind on the comments. Water intoxication. Yeah, it's really hard to hurt yourself drinking too much water. It's very easy to hurt yourself drinking too little water. Oh, Andrea, that's awesome. Sewing. Tina. I'm gonna have to remember to call you Tina. That's a lot easier to say. Oh, you go back and forth from the US? Tomorrow, I want to do it earlier, like 2 or 3, but worst case scenario, I'll start it at 4 again, my time. That seems to work for a lot of people. Wow, Midday Moon is really, she knows all the stuff. Are you a she? Silk flower making, you must be a she. No, I'm just kidding. Ooh. I should put out another video about wrapping stones without a hole. There's so many easy ways to do it. Maybe I'll do it late tonight if I can't sleep. No. Diane, I don't know if they still have it. I mean, I haven't checked in over a year, but Michaels and Joann Fabrics have a bag of scrap leather you can buy for like $7 to $10. And you just get one bag and you will find enough pieces in there usually. I mean, if they have several bags, they come in like a see-through plastic. So kind of look at them, find the one that looks like it has the most colors and shapes you want. But then you just get some heavy-duty scissors, get some real nice like titanium blade scissors. Don't spend more than $20, but get some really heavy scissors and, you know, cut them up. And then I have a few videos on how you can use simple attachments to put pieces together. Yeah, I still need the price on the blue piece. Marguerite, I wouldn't sell it all by itself. It's one single piece. Do you want a few of them? Do you want something else thrown in? It's actually a mother of pearl treated to give it that crazy iridescent rainbow look. And I have, at least right here, I have 2 of them. They both have a hole drilled straight through the top, so it makes it easier to wrap. And when I make a necklace with one of them, I usually wrap it in silver. It sells immediately. Oh, good, Baxter Monkey's here. See, there's one dumb little bead stuck on there. Yeah, it's a nice little crystal bead, but it's literally just an acrylic crystal bead. And which acrylic is a fancy word for plastic. And I have to cut it like 17 times to get it off of that stupid little piece of fishing wire. But look, I cut it 3 times. It's still not coming off. It's like you need to get in there with. I'm going in there with my high-end jewelry pliers now. I still can't cut it. It's so stupid. I should throw it out. But I'm so OCD about not throwing anything out unless it's obviously garbage that you got to be careful you don't turn into a hoarder. Wow, Antoinette, you have such a name. Antoinette, I just picture Antoinette teaching ballet and belly dancing, and ooh, belly dancing sounds fun. Ooh. People told me I should do ornaments, that people pay a lot of money for ornaments, handmade ornaments. I should do ornaments for Christmas. I've never actually looked into it, and I'm skeptical that I could really find enough of a market on my first try. Usually, opening up a new market, I feel like you have to do a lot of research and really, find where the buyers are, and that takes time. But a couple people told me that I should try it. I don't know if any of you have ever made a handmade ornament and sold it. Yeah, yeah. Watching hoarders, I think it's cathartic. People watch that and they're like, "Oh, I'm not nearly that bad. I thought I was horrible, but these people are insane." And then you feel way better about yourself, and then you're like, if there's people going in trying to help them, helping myself would be a breeze. Maybe I can do a little cleaning around here and, maybe start straightening up some stuff. That's what I feel is like the positive part of that show. Oop, I found 3 of these seashells, these mother of pearl iridescent rainbow pieces. Ooh, I got a lot of colorful quartz. I don't want to show you guys too much, but whoa. Oh my gosh, it's like striptease. Ooh, ah. So terrible. I'm so bad. Yeah, actually at my ceramic studio, there were people who would make ceramic um ornaments. Like they would just make little flat discs, like little round flat slabs, discs with a little hole, and then they would just bake it and put a ribbon through it, glaze it, put a ribbon through, put some kind of stamp, some kind of design on the clay, and like, um, uh, and yeah, and some of them in craft sales, they'd sell a whole bunch of, sometimes $10 each for this stupid disc of clay with a ribbon in going through it. Well, if you're happy, it doesn't matter what you do if you're happy. Like some people are totally at peace being a minimalist and living in an empty white room with nothing. And other people just like swimming through all their supplies. And sometimes when you guys aren't looking, I climb on these tables and I just start swimming, knocking things onto the floor and just rolling around. And I'm just like, oh, oh, oh. I make weird whale sounds. Oh. You miss out. You guys don't get to see it, but it's pretty cool. Well, Michael, I keep telling people this is the best medium. Jewelry is not my favorite medium. Ah, sorry to shock you, but it is the best medium of all the art for being able to craft something in a very small space with no electricity, no heat, no water, no special tools, no mess. Very affordable. It's the easiest medium where you can take $20 worth of stuff, sit at a table, only have 1 square foot of working space, and produce pieces that you can turn around and sell 5 minutes later to the person sitting at the table behind you in the cafe. There is no other art like that. The only easier art is drawing, where you just need pen and paper or pencil and paper. But drawing is much harder to sell. You can't, and you could set up one of those stands if you're good enough where you draw people's portraits and then sell it to them. But other than that, like the average person can't sit there at a table at a cafe and draw a whimsical picture of a tree and a bird and a flower and then hold it up and sell it to the person at the table behind them. They'd think they're crazy. But you could make earrings, and if somebody walks by and says, "Hey, Is that what you do? You make jewelry? Yeah, I make these earrings and I sell them. How much are they? Well, this pair right here is, I normally do 18, but, you know, I'm feeling in a good mood and I'm relaxed today. Maybe, do you really like it? Oh, I do like it. And 18's not bad. Well, I'll tell you what, for you, 10 bucks. Sold. And now you can buy 2 more coffees. If you happen to be at one of those high-end coffee shops where the coffees are 5 bucks and up. Of course, if you really want to worry people, you could get a pen and paper and sit down at a cafe and draw the people you see and, you know, draw them as best you can, and then draw yourself next to them and draw them sitting on a bench and draw yourself sitting next to them on the bench with your arm around their shoulders and put a smile on their face and a smile on your face and have your eyes looking at each other. And then you can get up from your table with this drawing, walk over to the person you were drawing and say, "Excuse me, I just wanted to show you that I drew this photo of you and me together in the near future." And then just stare and smile with a little glint in your eye, like you both know that this is a good thing. Make sure you get some hidden camera person to capture it, because I want to watch that. Be even better if you had multiple. Like, this is you and me at a water park. This is you and me in Paris. See the Eiffel Tower in the background? This is you and me. You just dropped some of your ice cream on my shirt, and I wiped it off and put it on my mouth, and then we smiled at each other. See, Lauren has the idea. Anything goes. This is us surfing, couple surfboard. You look really good in your bathing suit. This is us 10 years from now. You're lecturing our kids, and I'm telling you not to be so hard on them. You were always like that. You were the toughie, and I was the softie. All right, so now I'm talking too much. I'm not doing as much organizing. I'm not even doing as much water drinking. There's bottle number 2. I'll drink the rest in a minute. I don't even know what a vacation is. I've never actually had, I mean, when I was a kid, vacation meant getting in the car to go visit the relatives, which was a pretty exciting time. Wait till you guys see these stones tomorrow. You're gonna be so excited. I've got to get more containers for these. Oh, I'd love to go to Hawaii. My dream is to go somewhere tropical. I have never even been anywhere tropical. I've been to Florida a couple times, 3 or 4 times, but nowhere further south than that. Now that I think about it, I've been many places east and west and north, but nowhere further south than Florida. How about that? Isn't that atrocious? Yeah, I've been to Texas. I think Florida is further south. I'm not exactly sure how the latitude lines up. Jersey Shore is not tropical. It's not terrible in some places. Oh, Carlin, yeah, I hope they get to you soon. Yeah, we went to Ocean City a lot. Goats. Well, some people like the mountains better, some people like the beach better. There's definitely types. Some people are 50-50, but I think most people lean one way or the other. Mountains or beach. I definitely like both a lot. But I don't know. I think I could see myself living in the mountains more. But I think when I really feel like I'm on vacation, the beach is a big part of it. Alaska looks really pretty. Barbados, ooh. That sounds nice. Ugh, Janet, it's awful. I think the post office is going to need to hire thousands of people just to handle all the phone calls of complaining people. Never mind all the people they should have been hiring to just handle the volume of mail during this time. But I don't know. I am not a postal worker. I don't know what kind of struggles they're going through. I know the postal workers that I take all your packages to are really stressed when I come in the last couple weeks. I tried to help out one of my postal workers, and I made it worse. His machine kept jamming, the machine that prints out the labels to stick on each package. He had to keep opening it up and ripping off the roll of paper and feeding it back in. He was getting really frustrated because it kept jamming. And I tried to tell, has a hearing issue. He's almost deaf. And he has a sign that says, please speak to him clearly because he reads lips. But he's been my buddy for like this whole year, and so I said to the lady 2 booths down, I said, who's also I know, and I said, you need to tell your boss to get him a new machine because that machine's a mess. It's been jamming for like weeks now. When I come in, like every 10th package he prints a label for, it jams. That's ridiculous. That's like, it makes his entire job take twice as long. And he was getting so frustrated. He was like hitting it, and Anyway, she says, no, it's not his machine. It's the roll of paper. If it's a bad roll of paper, he has to change the roll. That's just the way it is. It's going to keep sticking. Now, I'm pretty sure she's wrong because his machine, it bends the corner of every single label that comes out, even the ones that don't stick. One corner always gets bent. And then 1 out of every 10 jams. And it's been doing this for weeks when I come in. And none of the other clerks, I've seen this problem happen even once. So I think she doesn't know what she's talking about. But she works there and I don't. So she came up behind him and she says, you need to change the roll of paper. And he didn't want to hear it. He's like, shook his head and like waved for her to go away. And she was stubborn. And she's like, she said, he's stubborn. So she's like, you need to change it. And she wouldn't leave. And she kept shaking this roll of paper at him. And he ignored her. And she's trying to yell to get him to hear. And he acted like he didn't hear her. So then she literally like nudged his shoulder. And he turned around and he ripped the roll of paper out of her hand and slammed it down on his desk. And then he went back to what he was doing. And she shook his head and she's like, he's so stubborn. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I just made everything worse. Stuck to another one. Oh my gosh. So it's not just a fluke. Everywhere I'm hearing Antarctica, wow. Everywhere I'm hearing everybody's having problems with the post office this year, right now. It's scary. Ooh, these are some pretty ones. Oh my gosh. These are some pretty ones. Ooh. It's a little blurry. You don't get to see it till tomorrow. Any bigger container for these? You know, it's funny, now that we're talking about beaches and stuff, suddenly I'm hearing Beach Boys in my head. Or maybe I heard it here because they're playing Christmas carols in the background. I keep hearing the Beach Boys Christmas carol. Ooh, Merry Christmas, time is here. Ooh, Merry Christmas. Da 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 da. I sound a lot better than them, don't I? Merry Christmas, amen. Merry Christmas. Ooh. Oh, yeah. You saw me just drink 1 and 2/3. Let's finish this one. Should I get a third? Beach Boys, oh, this whole story. I wish, there's certain people I wish made music forever, including myself. Brian Williams, is that the right name? Brian Williams? Yeah, not Brian Adams is a different singer. Yeah, Brian Williams. It's like so phenomenal. What's it called? Whitney Houston. I wish she sang every song that was ever written and recorded it. But yeah, Brian Williams, I think, was one of the most genius producers ever. I mean, he's up there with like, what's a name? What's the guy who produced Michael Jackson? Quincy Jones, and this other guy. My friend showed me the documentary on who produced He produced Whitney Houston when she did her most famous song. He also produced um, the later version of Chicago, and Foster, I think his name, David Foster. But yeah, those are two phenomenal producers. But Brian Williams is not like, he didn't go to school for producing. He didn't go to school for music, as far as I know. He's just self-taught. He's just the leader of the band, and he's phenomenal. Another one is Karen Carpenter's brother, whatever his name is. Like I couldn't believe when I saw the documentary that he made the Carpenters, not the girl with the golden voice, but her brother was the one who did everything. All she had to do was sing the lines that were printed for her. Phil Collins has an amazing voice. I feel like Phil Collins has the quality of voice that most pop singers should have before they're allowed to even have a pop career. Like, there's so many, especially male singers who are not that great. Female singers, the bar's a little higher, but not always. I mean, you have your Britney Spears and your few others, but I mean, female pop singers, you have to be really good or you have to sound decent. Male pop singers, you can be really good, you can be decent, or you can sound horrible, and you'll still have like an awesome career. And I can name 3, and you guys will get mad at me, so I'm not even going to do it. But only male pop singers get away with sounding horrible. Oh, it's funny. Phil Collins is an awesome drummer. Karen Carpenter is an awesome drummer. In fact, Karen Carpenter blows away Ringo Starr, who is the drummer. And Karen Carpenter never wanted to sing. She never wanted to be in front. She only wanted to be in the back playing drums. Isn't that wild? Because she's super shy and introverted. Very weird. Weird. Here's another one. Here's just random musical, interesting, weird things. What's it called? Oh, what was I going to say? I forgot what I was saying. The Feliz Navidad threw me off. Yep, totally forgot. It'll come back to me. Let's see. Ringo can't play the drums, but Karen Carpenter can. What else are we? Phil Collins plays the drums. I don't know why this popped in my head, but Elton John, Tiny Dancer, one of the most unusual pop songs, because pop songs always follow the this formula where it goes verse, chorus, bridge, chorus. It's like standard. And it's boring. It's completely boring, but it works. Our ears are used to it, our brains are used to it, and they just keep pumping them out like candy, and we consume it. But Elton John was like, with Tiny Dancer, he does a verse, and then he does like a sub-verse, and then he does verse 2, and then a sub-verse, and he doesn't even get to the chorus till the song is like over. He goes all the way, and then he finally gets to the chorus. And that makes that song like magic. It's like a journey. Instead of being like, here is the verse, and here is the verse, and now you know what's coming next. Here it comes, it's coming. It's the chorus. We're singing the chorus. It's the chorus, and now we go to verse 2. This is what you're used to. You like verse 2. What comes next? Well, you already heard it. It's the chorus. What do we do now? We need to do something different. Let's do something different. What shall it be? Oh, I know. Let's do a bridge. Something a little different. Something a little different. Oh, that's interesting. That's a little different. Now we did that. Let's go back to the chorus. To the chorus. And now you've already learned the chorus, so we'll sing it again and again. We'll sing it 3 times, and then we'll end. Boom. Every pop song on earth. And you hear Tiny Dancer, and you're like, where is this song going? I don't even know where it's going. Oh, now we're in a different part. Oh, now we're singing something different. Oh, now we're singing something different. And then when it finally gets to the chorus, you're so satisfied and you're so filled musically that you're like, this is a great song. And then when it hits the chorus, you're not expecting it. And you're like, what is this? Is this another bridge? Is this something different? And you're like, no, this is the main part of the song. And you're like, what now? Oh my gosh. It's like, it's like going through all of Thanksgiving dinner and you had your pumpkin pie, you had your dessert, and you're all full. And you're like, oh, that was a great meal. And you're relaxing on the couch. And then all of a sudden, a celebrity arrives at your door. And you're like, oh, I didn't tell you guys? We're having a celebrity over and he's going to do a free concert in the living room. And you're like, what? Thanksgiving just got 10 times more amazing this year. That's what Tiny Dancer does. And now here's the funny part. Since it was so good, you'd think 1,000 people would copy it, right? No, nobody's copied it. Nobody picked up on why it was so good. Now, they just went back to the regular formula. But then you have like the rock operas. You have like Queen, who does like Bohemian Rhapsody, which takes the concept of Tiny Dancer and expands it 4 times. So you have like Bohemian Rhapsody is like 4 songs in one. It's like so phenomenal because you're like, where are you going next? I don't even know where you're going. Just take me. Oh, we're here. Oh, I like this. What now? Oh, we're here. That's different. And oh, even more difference. So, Queen definitely didn't stick to the pattern when they didn't feel like, Pink Floyd, yeah. Pink Floyd did whatever they wanted. But the difference is like Dark Side of the Moon and stuff like that, it didn't make radio hits. I mean, it's classic and tons of people bought it and it was a success, but like radios wouldn't play it. And the exception is Don McLean with American Pie. That thing is 8.5 minutes long. That's as long as 3 pop songs. Pop songs have to be between 2.55 or 2.45 and maybe 4:10. Somewhere in that range. Somewhere in the 3-minute range. That's the formula. All pop songs have to be that way. Every producer would tell you that. Every radio station would tell you that. It was almost like if you deviated from that, they didn't. Nope. The producers didn't want to produce it. The radio stations didn't want to play it. But Don McLean got away with that because that song is phenomenal. And Bohemian Rhapsody got away with it. But I don't even know how much they played Bohemian Rhapsody on the radio. I wasn't quite yet born when that came out, but yeah, Deborah, and I was thinking about that the other day. Why do people only like bands until they go corporate? Why do people only like music in its first 3 albums or whatever? Now the Beatles are different. The Beatles got better and better and better and better, but in general, why do most bands put out their best work in their early years and then they just get boring? And you could say it's overly produced, and that's possible. I think when people are young, they're hungry, they're desperate, and they're willing to do crazy things. And then once they have a little bit of success, they get locked into a box and they're like, oh, that worked. Let me just recycle it and do it again. Whereas when they're wide-eyed and young and excited, they're just like, I'll try anything. I'll try this. They're fearless. The world is their oyster, and they haven't failed. They haven't succeeded yet, so they're not afraid to try anything. And so I would say any band that wants to continue to be amazing needs to continue to get out of whatever box they end up in and just try to be amazing again, and not try. That's the thing. They shouldn't try to be weird just to be weird. They should try to be different, try new things that are still uniquely them, which maybe it's easier said than done, but who said anything good worth doing should be easy? Yes, that's a good song, Marguerite. And that's the thing. I think the more money they make and the more success they have, the more radical they should become, the more weird they should become. Because now you have money. Now you can afford to mess up. And now, even if you do something crazy, you're going to have a lot of followers come with you. Um, Look at Lady Gaga. She got more weird and wild as her fame grew, and people loved it. She is the master of crazy dress up, even more so. She didn't have to be. She sings as well as any pop singer sings. She plays piano as well as a classically trained pianist. She writes hit songs one after the other. She doesn't have to be weird and dress up in the most ragingly wild outfits, but she does it because she loves it, and that makes her twice as big of a star because people are like, what the heck is she going to wear next? How daring is she going to be? Wow, I would love to see Linda Ronstadt do opera. So that's a the my voice teacher used to say that opera is the only real singing. He used to say pop singing is just talking on a note. You're just talking. You're not really singing. He said the only pop singers who truly sang, he said, were, and he was an opera singer, but he said the only pop singers who truly sang were, what's her name? Uh, the gal with the nose, um, who she did Hello Dolly. Barbara Streisand and Celine Dion at the time. He said Barbara Streisand and Celine Dion are the only pop singers who are yeah, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift is like the epitome of talking talking on a note. But I give Taylor Swift a pass because she is a great lyricist. She writes very good lyrics, but her melodies, I think I said this before, her melodies took a while to mature. She would, for a while, she would just cram really good storytelling into a melody and it didn't fit. And she'd just cram it. Taylor Swift has a nose. Oh, I didn't know Benatar was too. I love Pat Benatar. Wow. Celine is a little bit machine-like. Her voice is like a machine. That's where Whitney was the all-around perfect, like the perfect singer. I'm sure Whitney could have done opera if she wanted. She was phenomenally the perfect singer. Like I can never find a flaw with her voice anywhere, up, down, inside out. She can do runs better than Mariah Carey or Beyonce, that where you hit a million notes as if your voice is a literal instrument and it's super rapid succession. She can do that as good as any of them, but she doesn't overdo it. She only does it appropriately. Ornaments, they're called in classical music. Ooh, 1975. Mel, there is no best place. You try everything. I went to 4 different stores this week because the mail is not letting me have my Baxter Monkey box when I need it. So Um, I went to stores that I don't like to go to. I don't like their prices. I don't like their sales. I don't like what their selection. I just went everywhere. Um, you try everything. You see what works for you. You try online. You try every website. You try every store. You, in the words of Julie Andrews, or the words she sang, you climb every mountain, search high and low, follow every rainbow till you find your stones. I have to get a signature laugh to go with that, like Eddie Murphy. If I could laugh like a seal, that would just top it off. Oh, why isn't Eddie Murphy still doing movies? He's the best. I didn't even know he was a stand-up comic until I was like, till I was much older. I had no idea he started out as like a phenomenal stand-up comic. He was like better at 21 than most comics are at 50. Oh, the Reverend Mother sang that. Well, either way, Eddie Murphy can. I'm sure Eddie Murphy can sing. People who are super talented like that generally can do everything. I'm sure Eddie Murphy can dance too. Do I look tired? Um, yeah, Eddie Murphy is phenomenal. He is a phenomenal talent. He's like Jamie Foxx. Jamie Foxx is like the younger Eddie Murphy. Like just Jamie Foxx can do stand up. He can sing better than most professional singers, pop singers anyway. He can dance. He can act. I mean, Ray was like one of the best movies ever. Anybody see the movie Ray? Do you know Jamie Foxx wore a blindfold for a month so he could fully experience what you really feel like psychologically when you don't have your sight? That's what I read anyway. I don't know how accurate that is, but it's funny. Ray and someone said Ray and the Johnny Cash movie done by Joaquin Phoenix were both put out within 2 years of each other, and someone said they're the same movie, same plot line, uh, based on a real singer, struggles with drugs, overcomes, yay. Um, but I learned about Johnny Cash from that movie, from Joaquin Phoenix. And the funny thing is, I should have known about Johnny Cash, but I did not. And um, Joaquin Phoenix sings a little bit better than Johnny Cash. He has a better voice. And what's her name? My crush, one of my crushes. The girl in the movie, can't think of her name. Who she also did Legally Blonde. Um, she plays Johnny Cash's June Carter, his eventual wife, Reese Witherspoon. She sings better than the real June Carter. So you have the two of them up there portraying these singers, and they actually sound better. But in one way, he really captured the essence of Johnny Cash. In another way, when I learned about the real Johnny Cash, I was like, oh, he didn't do him justice at all. He made him look way more. He made like the Carter family, the Cash family was really irritated by that movie because it vilified several people who were beautiful, beautiful people, and it just took the creative license and went off the rails with it in several places. Um, but whatever. I still I found um, Johnny Cash, phenomenal. I found him from that movie. It's funny. I say everybody in pop music, when you want to push the energy up to a next level, you modulate up. You're like, ooh, I want to dance with somebody, and then you want to get more excited. You want to get more excited. Ooh, I want to dance with somebody. You bump it up a half step or a whole step. You modulate up. Johnny Cash, when he wants to up the energy, he modulates down. He says that deep voice. I fell into a burning ring of fire. I fell into a burning ring of fire. He modulates way down. Like you want to get more intense. I'll go even lower. Yeah, somebody mentioned that about John Lennon. Now those are some singers I feel like totally um put out a lot of music. Like the Beatles put out a lot of hits, a lot of music, and they broke up. Nope, I mean people only know them for their 1962 to 1969 run, about 7 years, but they were making music years before that. They just weren't pop. They weren't known yet. So they were together a long time, and they made a lot of great music. They made more hits than I think anyone. I think they had more number one hits than anyone ever in pop music. I could be wrong. Um, and then they broke off, and they all had solo careers. People are telling me Ringo had a solo career. I don't know much about that. I know he does children's videos now, which I think he's more suited for, because I don't think I think he just got lucky to be in a group with three talented, amazing songwriters, and he was the drummer, barely. But that's just my take. I think he's a really nice guy. But then you have George Harrison, Paul McCartney, and John Lennon all going off on solo careers and making more phenomenal hits. And that's where you got to see George Harrison actually had the best voice of all of them, and he got to sing the least because he was like, it was always Lennon, McCartney putting most of their hits on every record. Um, so George Harrison he went a totally different direction. He was also, I think, the most musically skilled technically with the guitar. But then Paul is a phenomenal songwriter. I think Paul is the best. I know everyone thinks John is the best, but I think Paul is the best. And Paul's been making music now for decades longer. He put out those hits with Michael Jackson. Weirdest thing of all, you know, Paul McCartney and Michael Jackson, and yet Paul made it work. They're really cool songs. They're really unusual. Paul is a phenomenal songwriter. Um, and John Lennon, he had a whole bunch of hits up until that sad moment, but he put out a ton. He put out a ton in 40 years. Ton of music. Um, do you think John was more intense? He had one of those intense personalities that just is like all or nothing. It's all fight or flight. It's all anger or love. It's super intense. Everything's intense. High wooden flag. Um, no, everybody's going to give you a hug. There's 55 huggers on here right now. Ugh. Everybody give Wooden Flag a hug. Virtual hugs. You can't hijack my live show. John Lennon already did it. John Lennon is running this show right now. Do you like my store? It's very organized. See how I'm organizing everything? That Wooden Flag put out a good song. I want to record it at some point. He doesn't even know which one I'm talking about, but he put out this good song that I really liked. I'm going to record it. He's going to be shocked one day. He's going to turn on the internet and see his song being played. Not telling you, it's a secret. I'm just going to produce it. And after I produce it, if it makes any money, I'll have to give him the like a good portion of the profits, or he'll come and sue me. Organize it good or some. I'm organizing it down here. You can't see it because I don't want you guys to see the crystals that I'm going to show in tomorrow's show. I'll do another little strip tease. So naughty, so bad. That's some colored quartz, and I don't know why I have all these. I mean, it must be mosquito bites, or I don't know. I must wake up with some kind of bites. Yeah, Wooden Flag. I texted it to you. It should be on one of your phones. You have two phones, so it should be there. I texted it right away, and I don't think I texted anything since. I'll go back and look after this. Oh, look at this agate. Look at this agate. Ooh, it's so banded. Cool. Doing more talking than organizing. You should see this table. You would not believe me that I'm actually organizing. I'm more just cutting stones off of strands and making more of a mess. Beverly, so you gotta quit it with that photographic memory. You're freaking people out. I'm probably gonna open Beverly's box tonight, and I'm gonna show the pieces she made tomorrow. So maybe we'll have people bid on the pieces too. We'll go back and forth, stones, pieces. It'll be like an all variety show. And her box came like over a week late. It's this post office, I tell ya. I tell ya. Good night, TN, honey. Ooh, these are pretty stones. You guys don't get to see them till tomorrow, but they're so pretty. All right, let me open some more of these strands. Well, I'm going to call it, wow, it's an hour and 24 minutes. I didn't realize the time went by. I'm going to call it and save my voice for tomorrow. So, before I go, should I drink one more bottle of water as an encore? Dancing squid, that sounds like a fun new jewelry piece to make. Well, good night, everyone. What is this? 16.9 fluid ounces times 3. Who can do that math? At 48 plus, you got to do 0.9 times 3. That would be 50.7 ounces. Oh, good. Beverly got it. Antoinette rounded it up. It's not quite half a gallon. Who knows how many ounces is half a gallon? Whoa, Janet and Beverly, you're on either side of the spectrum. Beverly did a whole gallon, Janet did a quarter gallon. There we go, 64. You mean I don't wake up till 2 p.m.? Oh yeah, everybody put a thumbs up on the video. That'll make me happy. I'm already happy. What am I kidding? You guys are the happiness in my day. You guys make me happy, all of you. You're all the little puzzle pieces of my happiness. I have a puzzle piece named Antoinette, and I have a puzzle piece named Valerie, and I have a puzzle piece named Angie, and I have a puzzle piece named Olivia, and I have a puzzle piece named Raina, and I have a puzzle piece named Kathy, and I have a puzzle piece named Lauren, and I have a puzzle piece named A&R, and I have a puzzle piece named Beverly, and I have a puzzle piece named Baxter Monkey, and I have a puzzle piece named, what else? Vicky. Yep. All my puzzle pieces of happiness. You all come together and make my happy day full of happiness. Oh, Kathy, see, that makes me so happy. Yes, a puzzle piece named Janet. Oh, Ancient Light Creative, you're wonderful. Should I drink one more bottle of water? Should I do 4 just to show you guys how happy everybody is? I should really cut out. I'll cut out right at 1:30 on the dot. Let's drink one more water bottle. Yeah, water poisoning is really, really, really hard to get. You have to really torture yourself. You'll probably throw up or go to the bathroom way before you give yourself water poisoning. It's much more dangerous to be dehydrated, okay? So get your hydration in, kids. Well, I'm cutting out at 1:30 even if I don't finish this, but I think we're going to get to maybe we'll get to that 64 ounce mark. "55 seconds. Yeah, 1:30. I'm cutting out. Good night, everybody. Bye. Thank you for hanging out. Come tomorrow. I will tell you the announcement, but it'll either be at 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, or 4 o'clock my time, which is Eastern Standard Time. I'm a little more than halfway there. I think I'm at the 64 mark. "15 seconds. Good night. 10 seconds. Have a good night. Bye.